Hello and welcome to another episode of Star Wars Empire at War. This is a brand new series. We are playing the Star Wars Empire at War Remake mod, specifically a submod for it called the Clone Wars Holdouts, and a submod for that one called the French Fried Taters mod, which apparently rebalances a bunch of stuff. Now, I'm not that familiar with any of these three mods, but this was requested. I figured that I'd check this out. The galaxies are very large, like the minimal planet is like 90. And the biggest one is 145. I think we'll play on the standard. The Imperial Webway is kind of the, I guess, default, I think. I'm not really 100% sure. I think that there is one called Rise of the Empire, which is set in a later start date, where the Empire is even stronger. Maybe you're supposed to play these, actually. Not quite sure. Yeah, these are all heavily in progress work. So we're going to be trying the Imperial Webway standard on Kolto. I was recommended to play the Separatist Holdouts, so I'm going to do that. Advanced stuff, I think, is fine. And let's go. We'll see how this goes. I think this is a lot like Awakening the Rebellion, where there's a lot of rebalancing when it comes to projectiles and all that kind of stuff, which I'm not familiar with. And I guess it needs to load a little bit. Very big galactic map. Okay, here we go. I think. Galactic overhauls. Welcome guide. Below is a very important information for first-time player 4.0 update. It's a lot, but we suggest you at least skim it. So, it's finally here. With the grand update, we now consider Remake a complete experience, but it's far from a finished product. Even more content is coming. 4.0 is a total overhaul of the entire game, leaving nothing untouched. Forget everything you know about Vanilla and the previous versions of Remake, because it's a whole new beast. We all hope you enjoy our unique take on Empire at War, focused on large-scale, exciting warfare, and our ground overhaul. So, there is a lot. Let's check out the economy first. So, sectors and gas giants are the best source of credit, so we want to get those. Many buildings, space stations, and large space units now have an upkeep cost, so actually getting these means that you'll lose money. Place your fleets accordingly or risk draining resources from your most profitable worlds. Planets have different types and are more efficient at earning credits in certain ways. Okay, so we're going to have to look at that. Urban planets will gain much more credits from tax agencies than they will from mines. Okay, so you don't want to just get everything everywhere. Barren planets earn more from mines than other worlds. We'll have to circle back to this every now and then. Different buildings cost more or less upkeep depending upon the planet type. Most planets will earn very few credits at first. You must build economic buildings on planets to efficiently obtain credits. That's very important. You need to prioritize your economy or you will quickly find yourself broke and be set on all sides. Okay, so we're going to have to take this a bit slow. When you begin building something, your credits will now slowly drain over time. That is interesting. This allows you to be much more flexible, but be careful not to build too much at once. Upon reaching 0 credits, all building progress stops across the galaxy until you receive more credits. There are icons in the build bar for selling or downgrading certain space stations marked by a red credit symbol. Due to performance reasons, previous versions of upgraded buildings will remain on build bar. Simply ignore these. If purchased by accident, they will refund you. Okay, that's good. So there's a lot of information. I don't want to just read the whole episode. So yeah, you have to specialize your worlds. You have to make sure that you have choke points. Some hyperspace lanes are wider than others. That indicates speed. Okay. Instead of researching tech levels, you now escalate the war. When you gain access to new tiers of units, your enemies will across the galaxy as well. Okay. And your sorting forces are randomized. Not all your planets are connected. Minor factions are NPCs factions with a unique unit and powerful heroes. Certain worlds are capable of neutrally building faction-specific units. Okay, that's good. I think that's good enough. So we are playing as, well, even more information here. Minor factions. Greetings, Commander. My designation as your primary liaison is Tactical Droid TA-13L. Activated per your request and prototype of Delta Droid Rehabilitation Initiatives. Amazing reading by yours truly. Our resources and droid reinforcement counts are thin, but we have spared enough combat units and advanced warships to re-annex our old core worlds and strike against our neighboring enemy assets. However, the landscape of the galaxy has changed significantly since the fall of the Council. I was instructed to provide contextual galactic political information. So the Empire, I guess, is the main forces. This unit expresses this faction. Oh, no, okay, the droid. The droid expresses no surprise that the corrupt republic fell in on itself and revealed its true face, a dictatorship. What did surprise us was the discovery that we were betrayed as well. Documents were discovered linking Gunray to Darth Sidious, and persistent leaks point to Palpatine. The council finds this egregious. You will be directed to put this meatbag down before he can further endanger the rest of the galaxy and our free markets. There will be no negotiations. And some of the CIS forces have joined the rebels. The CIS stands for a decentralized government and free market, which are principles we still uphold. These factions have betrayed our cause by joining the enemy, and we cannot tolerate such a betrayal. There will be no negotiations. We have the criminal underworld. There will be no negotiations. Imperial defectors. I guess most of the former systems have been absorbed into the hands of the Republic's successor state. Recent military setbacks for the Galactic Empire has revealed its fragility, and I guess some have defected. Okay, but we're not going to negotiate with them. We have the Republic hardliners. I guess they want to keep the Republic alive. There will be no negotiations. The corporate sector authority. I guess they ignore our trade offers. Ooh, how dare they? So there will be no negotiations. The Hutts are gross, so there will be no negotiations. Cultists are religious fanatics. There will be no negotiations. Mandalorians are idiots, so there will be no negotiations. And the Hapens are isolationists, so there will be no negotiations. You can read all that if you want to. Pause it. What is our color? Oh, let's go here. We have Ventress. Okay, so our color is whatever this is. Okay, we're like a dark blue. We have one big fleet here with a single Lucre Hulk capital ship. Very nice. And we have another system here. Munilis. And we finally have a system here on Seleucami. Or Seleucami, depending upon what media you have consumed. Now, I think I did actually look at this mod a tiny bit. So there are the system planets, which give lots of credits. You have the regular worlds. And then you have the sectors, which give even more than the systems. I think you win by controlling all 7 or 9 sectors, something along those lines. And as you can see, there are a lot of orange planets. Those are neutral. So every single faction, including the Empire, they only have, 8 or 9 worlds at most. Well, I think the Empire might have more, but... Is this the Empire? No, I'm not really sure what faction this is. We're in a pretty unenviable position. We are very spread out. We are very weak. We have very few forces. We could actually get a hero. We have 25k credits, so we can actually purchase everything, but it's not going to go well. I do think we need more forces than just 2. Now, each one of these actually controls multiple teams of forces, so 2 of them isn't as bad as it looks. But we'll get a few more, and we'll upgrade the mining consortium, because we need to get our economy going. On Munilist, we are going to upgrade the Governor's Palace, and we're going to get a Droid Foundry so we can get some more reinforcements. When it comes to Seleucami, can we build droids here? No, we cannot. This is a ground base. I'm not really sure what leads to what. Let's see here. Droid, tech tree, land and space. Okay. It doesn't say anything about the buildings. That's not good. Alright, well, I'll just have to figure it out. What we have right now is a Confederate base. Okay. This all-in-one bureaucratic center is essential for any further building development. We could upgrade to a Separatist ground base. So this one allows for droid foundries and stuff, I guess. This is a minimal population world with a high density mineral deposit. So I guess this is a good mining world. So we'll do this. And I have no idea who you are. I guess it's the same as in Awakening of the Rebellion, where you have construction yards in space. We're going to try to conquer some of these neutral worlds very quickly. I think we're going to start with, with Pontus Massa. Because it's a space system, so I do not have to build ground stuff. So that means we should get it quicker. Alright, let's get a Corvette and start the action. So I'm going to be doing probably not like the whole campaign, because it's going to take, 30, 40, 50 episodes. If people really, really enjoy this, Okay, we were just given a system. No, control change from neutral to criminal underworld. All right, that's fine. If people absolutely love this series and they get lots of support in the comments down below, then I could consider extending the run of the series. But if people aren't that interested, I'll do 10 episodes, and then I'll probably play something else. All right, let's begin our first combat ability, or let's begin our first battle. There we go, nailed it. All right, here we go. So we have a very small little cruiser. Let's check this out. It's pretty cool. Okay, there is no planet, of course, but there is a massive asteroid right here, so I'm not really sure what that is. We are, of course, going to drop in our Lucre Hulk real soon. So we have our admiral here, Gizor Delsto, and Tempter. He's a fleet commander. Gizor Delsto is a Geonosian engineer responsible for the creation of the CIS command signal, a failsafe to ensure that the battle droid army could never be turned against the Separatist masters. The Sith used the same signal to swiftly end the Clone Wars, following the Separatist Council's betrayal and murder. However, Gizor did not accept defeat. His recapture and rearmament of Mustafar has since launched him into key leadership role of the insurgency. The Intemptor is a Providence-class destroyer. Oh, that's nice. A destroyer carrier commanded by the Geonosian engineer Gizor Delsto. Upgraded with highly advanced prototype shield generator array, the Intemptor can withstand far more punishment than other ships of its class. He also personally modified the ship's weapons with quad laser, turbo laser turrets with wide range, with wide fields of fire. Okay, wide fields of fire. In addition to his powerful upgrades, its hangar bay is packed with the latest high-end prototype starfighters available to CIS, giving it a decisive edge in carrier-based operations. All right, very cool. Let's get him in then. I do not know if it's the same as with the Awakening of the Rebellion, where dropping ships in, they take a lot of damage. Our scanner systems are terrible. There we go. We cannot zoom out as much as other systems. We do not have much of a fleet. Like, that is... it's pretty bad. We have the Lucre Hulk right here. We have our Providence, and we have one Munificent. Get these guys to go over there. We don't get salvage either, so all in all, it's going to be rough. Let's go there. You go after this. So I guess this is a mod where you have fewer ships than, say, any of the Thrawn's Revenge mods, any of the Awakening the Rebellion mods. You only have like 4 or 5 capital ships at most per battle. Seems like it anyway. We'll see what happens towards the later episodes. But yeah, another thing is I'm releasing this on a Thursday if everything goes correctly. My plan is actually to release these daily. So there's going to be daily episodes, 7 days, well, 7 times a week for just this series before I transition into another Star Wars Empire at War series. And I will also be playing Europa Universalis 4. I also plan to play Stellaris. So, do vote on there should be a new poll up asking you guys what mod you want to see next. Like, I'm going to be playing an Empire at War expanded mod. I haven't decided if it's going to be Thrawn's Revenge, if it's going to be Thrawn's Revenge, if it's going to be the Fall of the Republic, or if it's going to be the Knights of the Old Republic mod. Haven't quite decided yet, so do vote in the poll. It's either up today or tomorrow. I think it will be fun to check those mods out once more, and then, yeah, I am kind of in the mood to play some Stellaris. Apparently the newest patch or DLC is pretty broken, so there isn't really a rush till they actually fix the game. Biogenesis, I think it's called. Now, I haven't played Stellaris since it launched, like, ooh, 2016, 2017, something like that. Maybe it was even earlier. So I'll also kind of have to learn that game from scratch, but you know, it's cool. Hopefully people will enjoy that kind of content. So maybe I should actually read some stuff about the ship. So this has 55k shields, 62k hit points, which is nuts. Essentially infinite vulture droids, like 60 squads of them. Yeah, multiple rounds of forces. Let's see here, yeah. While the Providence already has like 40k and 45, so it's actually not that much more. About 50% more. What does the Munificent have? 8 and 7.5. So this is like 5 times as much as the Munificent. And this is about 50% more than the Providence. Okay. Well, we smash them. And we'll start building. So I think we need to rush and seize quite a few planets at the start, or it's going to be difficult.
Sure.
We have Ventress over here. The last call. Let's scout with her.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think there are any forces here. Now, I think we also start moving with... I would love to conquer the Calamari sector, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. The Kessel sector might be a bit weaker, so I could go for... I don't think the neutral forces attack, so what I might do is I might go for Ringo Vinda, and then Colomex, and then Liana, and then go for Jebim. Or maybe I'll make Colomex my... kind of one of my choke points. That could be a good idea, because it means that the Republic systems here, as well as the cultists and the Corporate Sector Authority, can't get into this section. So yeah, I think Colomex is actually going to become one of my defense platform. Somehow this started, the CIS tank regiments got in there. Okay, I did not plan that. I must have done something wrong. Well, we're gonna have to run away. I have no clue how that happened. Hopefully they don't have an interdictor.
Transport ready.
Can I run away? Speed through here.
Sure, right.
Okay, it's kind of difficult to see, but it is loading. That was a mistake. I think most episodes are going to be around 30-ish minutes. I think I'll try to aim for that as a target. A little bit less, perhaps, on average. Yeah, okay, so we have Cal Katarn and whoever that dude is. Pretty long retreat. 15 seconds is quite a time, so you can destroy a lot in that time. Well, we lost the battle. Surprise, surprise. They are actually escaping to Durillion, so I'll be able to conquer that system for myself. Good. Oh, I think I know what happened. The ground forces must have arrived just as I moved Ventress off to the side. And when I told them to... Yeah, okay. I gotcha. I'm a bit leery when it comes to leaving Polis Massa undefended. But I imagine that the AI is relatively passive at this difficulty level. So I think conquering Solis Van, Dagobah, Utapu, and then going for Eriadu is going to be one of our main strats. At the same time, yeah, going for Ringo Vinda and all those systems would be a good idea as well. There's quite a fleet here, actually. Is this a big ship? It's a destroyer. Is this a gunship? Alright, cool. We'll leave Boss Pity alone for now. We'll go after Ringo Vinda. Hope for the best. Okay, so this is the local mining company. What is this? Additional mining facility and additional mining facilities. Alright. I do want something that can build infantry. I guess I could get it on Ringo Vinda. This could be my production system, actually. I'm not really sure. We are upgrading the mining facility, so that's nice.
Construction complete.
Well, that's nice. Start building. These are really expensive, the space colonies. Do they have upkeep? Losing the ship will refund 5,200 credits to prevent double garrison costs. Okay. Yeah, prerequisite for everything. It gives you some fighters and bombers. Okay. And some smaller ships. I mean, I guess that's useful in case the rebellion ever attacks. Then we have more than just these few ships. Yeah, I'm kind of unsure what to do here. If we conquer Spindal, that would be good. Yeah, our forces are very detached. Part of me kind of wants to just abandon this, but if we can conquer a few more systems, get something of an economy and industry up here, we could probably get enough to conquer Dantooine. Maybe. Now, this fleet, I would love to send to Solisvan. We are fighting the first battle for Ringo Vinda. I don't think we're going to do any ground battles today. I think the first ground battle will be done next episode, so I'll probably do this battle and the battle for... Was it Solus that I attacked with the other fleet? I think so. So what does he command? This is Senator Tora, the Defiance Banner. Toonbuk Tora was a senator from Cymirth during the breakout of the Clone Wars. A holdout of the old Confederacy, he now leads the Cymirthian insurrection against the New Order. Defiance Banner is a modified Rekuzan class destroyer outfitted with ion cannons, concussion missiles, and more powerful shield generator, in addition to a strong point defense system usually found on the escort variant. Okay, so that is about 3 times as many shields and hit points as Munificent. And then we have a Fantail class destroyer. Fantail class destroyer, a compact destroyer developed by the Corporate Alliance. The Fantail has a prominent presence in the Outer Rim in anti-piracy and corporate aligned fleets. Alright, let's get it. Let's see. Let's check it out. I mean, it looks okay. It's very dark, this system. You can kind of see the mountains. Are we really close to the planet? It's a little bit weird that we're so close to the systems, like we're just off the atmosphere, but maybe that's common. I'm just so used to the galactic maps, or the space maps being very space focused with, you know, you'll have like a little corner of a planet in the background. So it's a little bit different seeing everything up close and personal. What do they have? Fighter repair droids. Ooh. Oh, they just repair fighters and bombers. Okay, not that interesting actually. Right. Ooh, Control A. This is an Acclimator class controlled by the Black Sun. Yeah, we're doing our best, trying to take it out. Very small fleet. I mean, are we even shooting at the... Yeah, you need to go there. Forward. You need to move forward as well. They're not really taking a lot of damage. I guess I should go for the fighters and bombers. There we go. Good. Why don't I go for these? You're gonna go for this? Be kind of pathetic if I lost this battle somehow. Okay, we're destroying some of their stuff. Yeah, a little acclimator right there. Take it out. There we go. Good stuff. Yeah, okay, they're taking this out. Yeah, you're doing a lot of damage there. This ship is being taken out as well. Boost weapons power, thank you. And you know what? You're also going to boost weapons power. There we go. Move you forward so that you can tank more. That'd be a good idea, I think. Now let's do our first battle cam. right there. We have our kind of pathetic Confederate fleet trying to desperately crush some pirates, start establishing some buffer systems for the few remaining core worlds that we have. So I think that's one of both the appeals to this mod is that all the factions kind of start weak. It's not a filled galaxy map like the Empire at War Expanded mods, but on the flip side, it means that you have to spend a lot of time building up. It's a bit of a slower paced start, is my assumption. Like, I won't claim to be an expert when it comes to this mod. Alright, that's good, that's good. I guess this also doesn't have like infinite reinforcements, like eventually it runs out. Okay, quite a bit of damage, some damage, quite a bit of damage. Alright, good. What is this? The Trireme class. Well, I'd hazard a guess and say that we have won this battle as well, so let's start speeding it up a little bit. Yeah, speeding up and using the battle cam is kind of a recipe for disaster. That's better. It's very dark though, at least this this map. Let's go for it. It's going to be a while until we actually build more ships, I think. We just don't have the economy. Seems like everything is very expensive. I need to look at the income tab of the map once again. Almost done. I do not want to auto-resolve stuff because it ain't worth it. It's a big risk. So we are victorious. Second battle in a row that we have won. Great. Let's get our ground forces in.
On the way.
Now, we were attacking Solis Van, I think. But it's going to take a while for the fleet to get here. So I think actually I'm going to end the episode here. How much income do we have? 6k, which is not a lot in terms of stuff. Let's see, is there anything else here? We can now get a Separatist droid foundry. I kind of want to get an additional mining thing. Seems like we can't upgrade the one we have though, so maybe I do get like a standard factory. What's the difference? This reduces the costs of regiments. Oh, so I think I bought one here, right? I haven't built it yet. Fantastic. Okay, good. Yeah, I think we're going to end the episode here. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Join us next time when we continue with more of the Confederacy in the Confederate Holdouts submod for Empire at War Expanded. I'll just have to call it the Confederate Holdouts mod so it doesn't really roll off the tongue otherwise. I'll be uploading these every single day. 10 episodes total is my idea. Do let me know in the comments down below if you have any advice, feedback. If you really like the series, give a shout out for that. If there is a huge swell of support, then maybe I will extend this series a little bit longer. But I'm thinking 10 episodes should be enough to get a foothold in, get a decent idea about how this mod works. And yeah, it's going to be fun. I upload content 5 days a week usually, and Star Wars will be coming out, well, 10 days in a row for now. So subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.